Good morning, YouTubers. My name is Angelica and I'm brand new to this YouTube stuff. I'm going to be uploading my very first video and I'm going to show you guys how I make homemade tortillas by hand that are corn. I created a YouTube channel called Those Crazy Cravings. I learned this recipe from my mother-in-law about 10 years ago and it's something that I use a lot. Okay, so let's get started and I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. I am going to be using Maseca. This is the corn. And for this recipe, I'm going to use 3 cups. And then I add in some all-purpose flour. And I'm going to use about a cup. The reason my flour is in the bag is because it got a little hole at the bottom. And yeah, that's why it's in the plastic bag. So here we go. I got my 1 cup measuring. And I'm going to add 3. So there's 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to set that aside. And I'm going to get some of this all-purpose flour. We're going to go 1. That's half. And here's the other half. So far the ratio is 1 to 3 cups. Now I'm going to bring it over to the sink and get it kneaded together. So now I'm going to be adding a little bit of room temperature water from the sink. Just give it a little mix. Letting it come, a little bit of water drip in there. Just enough to kind of get the powder all mixed together. I'm going to turn it off. Get that all in because you don't want it to be too moist. Then you're going to have to start adding some more flour and corn into it. So let's just soak up all this moisture before we add little by little. And now normally I do not measure anything just because I was taught. If any of you guys know, most older Mexican ladies do not measure stuff. They let their ancestors tell them, yeah, mija, that's enough. There you go, girl, that's enough. You added enough. So this is actually my first time measuring my ingredients. You see we need a little more water. Just keep adding until you think it's ready. And the main thing is just to make sure you knead it all together to be soft because you don't want it to have any cracks or as you make the tortillas and you're going to eat them and it cracks in half. Trust me, I made them like that plenty of times until I learned and just kept practicing. See, it needs a little more water. And you also want to make sure it doesn't get stuck to your hands when it's all finished. Don't worry, that extra moisture is going to get soaking up into here. And now we do all make our own stuff our own way. There is some people who add salt and oil and some other recipe thing that they put in there. But I just use the corn, the flour, and the water. They come out nice and soft. You see it's starting to get that nice soft consistency, but still kind of breaks a little. That's not what you want. It's almost done. Sorry if I sound a little nervous or I'm repeating myself. As I said, this is my first video. I don't know if I mentioned to leave any comments or anything like that on what you think I did, how I did, or what I should do next time. I'm here to learn, as I'm here to help others learn as well. Now I'm going to add just a little more water. But as you see, it's not sticking anymore. But it's still not to that softness that I am wanting, that I'm looking for. And it does take a little while. So don't think as you're making them, oh my gosh, not doing it right, girl, just keep kneading it until it gets there. See, my hands are still with no masa. And we're doing a good job. Now you see how it still does that just a little? Add a little more water. And it's just about that fluffy tender that I'm looking for. Once again, still no masa on the hand. You don't want masa on your hand. Look at that. That is what you're looking for, ladies or gentlemen. Okay. Okay, you guys, I'm here to show you guys my setup. So I have all this set up this way. I wanted to quickly show you that I have these pre-warming, so they're at the perfect temperature. Now, this rack, I don't normally see a lot of people using it, but if I don't use it, my tortillas do not bubble up, and that about drives me berserk. So yeah, there you go. Now, with this, I want to say that we use these plastics so that it does not stick to your machine. What is this called?
Tortilla maker?
Your tortilla maker. Sorry, I'm a little nervous here. So yeah, we're going to get started. Okay, so you just grab about this a little bit to get it rolled out. Smash it down. Get it in there. Press it down hard. Nice size circle shaped tortilla. And onto the stove. We'll get another one going. Roll it out. Didn't grab enough. And the same thing. Take your plastic off. Now, one thing about your plastics, I wash mine just so that every time you don't have this from this masa onto there to get stuck to your next batch. They're washable and dryable. Gonna leave it on here for about 30 seconds to 45 seconds just to make sure it's a little cooked on that other side. Well, wait. Now these tortillas you can eat with pretty much any food, or simply just roll up some mayonnaise in it or some homemade chile or something and eat it just like that. Let it cook. You want to just flip it over and bring it to where it's going to bubble up. Simply let it bubble as you throw on your other tortilla. Get it off and into your tortilla holder. Cooked a little. Okay, well, here's the other tortillas. We're sitting and letting it cook a little. I pre-made me a roll one. I tend to do that sometimes. Do the same thing. Have it nice and ready. This tortilla is almost ready to be flopped over to the other rack. Now they all don't bubble the same. Some bubble out nicer and some don't. Get it off so it doesn't overcook. And voila. You guys, the tortillas are done. You see the heat in there still. They roll out pretty nicely. No cracks. It made about 20 tortillas. Now, I did forget to mention about the rag. I use this to keep them warm as I'm going to be making whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Just to kind of set them aside and they stay warm. So we'll be taste testing them for you guys here shortly. I'm going to probably make some over easy eggs with some homemade chile and we'll let you guys know how it goes. We're back. This is my husband, my cameraman, and my assistant. We are going to try, like I said, eggs with the chile. Now, I don't know if you can see the chile very well, but this is a homemade chile. If you guys want to learn the recipe, I will be making a video within the next couple of days.
Let's get into it.
Yes. Here's a tortilla for you.
So soft and flexible. Look at that.
Don't even crack or nothing. And these are over easy eggs with the yolk mixed with the chile.
This is my favorite.
Definitely a must.
I love when she makes these tortillas.
He also loves when I make hot dogs. I slice them in half and I just fry them over the stove to give them that charbroiled, kind of like they were on the barbecuer. On the side of this, that's one of his favorites. So we just wanted to say thank you for watching our first video. There will be plenty more to come. And we hope you liked our video. Like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.